Hi, I'm Joel Hamner with the law firm McCutcheon Hamner. You know, at McCutcheon Hamner, we represent individuals who are filing for Social Security disability income. And we get a lot of questions and we meet with clients. How do I know if I qualify? What are the steps? What are the processes? Well, first of all, I'm going to talk to you in this video about the process. And then I'm going to do a later video that's going to tell you kind of what judges look at as far as determining whether or not a person can qualify for Social Security disability income. The process is this. In order to file a claim for Social Security disability income, the first thing you want to figure out, as we've discussed earlier, is what your date last insured is, because that will tell you whether you're going to be able to file for Social Security disability income or Social Security supplemental income, SSI. But let's assume that you've got plenty of quarters, and let's assume that you've just recently become unable to work due to an accident, injury, or illness, and now you've gone to file for Social Security disability income. Well, the first thing you do is you'd have what we call an initial filing. And at our office, a lot of lawyers don't do this, but we do this for our clients. We will assist you with your initial filing. It's a lot of paperwork. It's a lot of developing medical records, obtaining medical records. And it's just a lot of paperwork that's called the initial filing, but it talks about everything from your age, your job history, your wage history, your medical history, and the medical conditions that you say now preclude you from being able to physically work. And we'll have an initial filing. And then all that paperwork is submitted to the Social Security office. Now, you can do that on your own. You can do it online, or you can do it down at the Social Security office. At McCutcheon Hamner, we have just decided that we're going to assist our clients with it because sometimes we can get a decision on the record for our clients. And what that means is this: due to the way we file your initial paperwork, because we've got an expertise in this, that we can get you qualified without ever having to go to the second step or second level. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. And although we're not paid an attorney's fee in that situation, you know, it's something that we feel right and that we need to do for the community, for those people who can no longer work. But let's say we've done an initial filing and then you don't get a decision on the record, but you get denied. Well, then what happens is this: you have a right to file an appeal. Now, that's where an attorney can step in. You can represent yourself, but I will tell you that whether you would hire my law firm or another law firm, it's always best if you get an attorney when you're filing an appeal of trying to obtain your Social Security disability benefits. There's a lot of information out there that you as an individual won't know that an attorney like me or Tom or an attorney who handles Social Security claims knows, and knows how to assist you in obtaining your benefits. So let's say you get your letter and it says that, you know, they've denied your claim. It gives you 60 days to file an appeal. Now that is extremely important because that deadline is set in stone. So from the date you receive your letter, if you read it and it says you were denied your benefits, from 5 days from the date on that letter starts counting. So if you get your letter on January 1st, on January 6th, they start counting 60 days. And if you do not file an appeal within that 60 days, unless there are extraordinary circumstances, your case is over, and then the only way to obtain benefits is to refile and restart the entire process. Okay? Well, let's say you've got your letter, you come to our law firm, and we get working with you to file your notice of appeal. Well, from then what's going to happen is within a period of anywhere from 6 to 18 months, and it varies like that based upon the caseload that is pending in the jurisdiction where you're seeking your benefits, we're going to have a hearing before an administrative law judge. Now, a hearing in Social Security is not like a hearing in trial, like when Tom and I go up here and try a car accident case or a slip and fall case or a products liability case, or if you have a criminal trial. You're not going to have a jury. It's just going to be you, your attorney, a vocational expert, a court reporter, and the administrative law judge. That administrative law judge may be there in the room with you, or he may be off in another office somewhere and it's done by video. And in a Social Security hearing, I kind of say that the administrative law judge is the judge, the jury, and the executioner, because it's totally his decision. So it's very important that when you go before that judge, that he has all the information that is necessary to decide your case. Now, I mentioned to you earlier that there's a vocational expert in there. A vocational expert is this. There is a person, there, we have them too, they've gone to school, they've developed an expertise in determining what jobs are available to people based upon physical limitations, education, job history, and their entire background. And that person is there to assist the court in determining, based upon that claimant's or the injured person or sick person's claim for disability, do they have enough education? Have they worked in a differing job market, where they've developed what we call transferable skills? And based upon their physical limitations, are there any jobs that they could do in our economy? Now, one of the things that we get asked all the time is this. Social Security disability, when we talk about jobs in the economy, it's not just jobs in North Alabama. It's not just jobs in Southern Tennessee. It's not just jobs in Northern Mississippi. It's what jobs could be available to this individual on a nationwide basis. So one of the things that people don't understand about Social Security is, hey, I live in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. There are a limited number of jobs. I can't do those jobs, therefore I'm disabled. But unfortunately, that's not the standard. The standard is you have to be so disabled, or you have to be physically disabled from performing any job in the national economy. So people come to me all the time and they say, all I've done, let's say, for example, has been a bricklayer, and I've lived in Alabama my entire life. I've lived in Killeen my whole life, and I've been a bricklayer and a block mason. That's all I know to do. Well, I understand that you may not be able to be a block mason or brick mason in North Alabama, but that's not the standard. We have to prove that you can't do that job or any other job throughout this entire country of ours. So that's why that vocational expert is there to give us that information. Now, here in a minute, I'm going to talk to you about the factors that the court looks at in trying to determine and assist them in making a decision, hey, is this person indeed totally disabled and therefore not able to perform any jobs in the national economy?